at literally 1% of battery. So we're gonna see how long this lasts, but I am going on a walk. I don't know why I started a clip to tell you that, but that's what I'm doing. Also, I cleaned my office. I now have my, I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, so I have all my previous belts hung up on the wall. And it's just much cleaner in here, but I don't know if you can really tell because I never show you the dirty, the messy, right? I worked at a coffee shop this morning. It's Sunday, by the way. I was implementing line edits, but then this old man kept talking to me over and over again, despite me having headphones on. He was nice, but I think he was a little off his rocker because he was telling me about how apparently he spent 8 years in the military and then the US government killed his family, but I don't really know how we, and then he was talking about how you can get these campers that attach to bikes, and he was showing me all these pictures. I don't know what was going on. So, didn't get a ton done, but it is now 1:30. I'm gonna go on a walk, and then I'm gonna do, I was watching Brielle's video from this morning where she tried out Rick Riordan's writing routine, and just, I haven't done sprints in a while, so I think I'm gonna do some like 25-5s, and also on the breaks, instead of just like taking a break and doing whatever, I'm gonna do my puzzle for those like 5 minutes between and see how that goes. Because in that video she mentioned like doing something with your hands and not just like going to do a distraction like scrolling, you know. I also installed this app on my phone that makes me do deep breathing before I open social media, so that's how it's going. So I'm gonna be trying out Brielle, trying out Rick Riordan's writing routine for just today. I mean, I've had a lot of free days, but I haven't really spent like a good afternoon writing in a while. Yeah, I'd like to. I'd also like to stop eating so many pastries. So we're gonna work on that. I saw this recipe for, they're like, we could call them bagels, but it's like with self-rising flour and Greek yogurt, and then you like put it in the air fryer, and it's like a little like savory, like I'm gonna put cheese in it too. And then I got some cottage cheese and egg whites. So I'm like, it's more like a breakfast, but I might try it out today just to see how, so maybe we're gonna have a cooking segment, and maybe I'll write some of Never Been, which is my fantasy project, but I don't know. I really only have written like 3,000 words in that book so far. I think I needed it because I needed to step away from Gas Station so seriously, but now I feel like once I gave myself permission to write another book if I wanted to, then I was like, oh, I'm feeling much more locked back into Gas Station. Like I worked on it pretty much every day this week. I've been doing it like on my lunch break, and I haven't really been doing a lot of writing in my house. I've just been doing a lot of writing like I've gone to so many coffee shops, really the same coffee shop over and over and over again. Same coffee shop where the man told me all about his life. So I have been doing about a chapter a day this week, which I think I already said. But I'm also, I'm right up to the midpoint, and I know I'm gonna have to write a new scene. It's a scene where she just like pieces together information and comes up with an answer. She already had the answer, she already did, but I never really showed it on the page. So I've actually been incorporating some things that I'm like, oh, this was actually, I should have done this all along, like actually planted some clues for Danny to help her figure things out and just be more specific about that. I found I have a lot of sentences where it's like, I've been investigating, but I never really say like what she's doing. So I've just been like just changing lines and making things more specific, making her a little bit smarter, and like seeing her detective brain work a little bit more, which I think was always the plan, but I just don't think I ever really like did it, you know? But that's right after the midpoint. So I think this next week is probably going to be getting through Act 2 Part 2. And I have a new sort of deadline. It's not really a deadline, but it's just like, if this worked out, that would be great. So I'm going to do Act 2 Part 2 this week, and then Act 3 the week after that. And then I can read it with really fresh eyes. I'm still going back and forth about whether I want to like send it to that paid beta reader right after I finish this draft, or if I want to read it one more time before I do, but that is a question for another day. So I'm gonna go on a walk now, and then I will come back and we'll get to some writing.
Sadness wrapped around a frame, would you see yourself? Someone that you used to be before you was buried in responsibility. though it's hard to see all the things that you could never be. Written in the stars and embroidered in your name, but never was. How it hurts to know. Used to be stalks you in your dreams.
Okay, fine. I got caught up in the puzzle and I did it for 2 hours in a row. Okay, is that what you wanted to hear? Because that's what happened. The sprints did not go as planned. I also kind of look like an 18th century, like the British are coming. That's kind of how I feel. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make these bagels. It's like 8 o'clock at night. Or I could write, you guys. I ended up just doing a lot of highlighting because I was not caught up. The problem is, here's the problem. We're at the midpoint. We're at it right now. And I know actually like right in this scene, I need to do some adding and things, but I don't quite know exactly what this new scene is gonna look like. It's not, you guys, I don't even think it's a new scene. I think I just need to, like, there's like a paragraph that needs to be turned into 2 pages. You know, it's like that kind of a moment. And so there's this, where you have a Danny POV and then we get into like the real midpoint. And I think in the Danny POV that's next, I have to like incorporate some information, like, because how it goes is like she's starting to piece something together and then this big thing happens and then she goes and deals with that. And then after the thing that happens, she figures it out all the way. But I need to plant more seeds, I think. And so I think this chapter is just going to be more work than I thought it was. I did do highlighting and I did implement 1 chapter today. So I did do something today. We are where we are. We are where we are. Oh, my hair's so bad. I can't keep filming with my hair looking like this. We're going to try to make these bagels. Let's see if it works. It's just with yogurt. Okay, all you bagel people out there are going to be like, it's not technically a bagel unless you boil it in water. This is what the Instagram woman told me. We're going to see if it works. Okay, let's do it.
Greek yogurt from Aldi. This was like $3 and this already $1.
How did you do it? 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt and 1/4 cup of flour. And then cheese. That's it? I'm not gonna put the jalapenos in because I'm a wimp. All right, let's try it. I gotta get the cheese. Okay, I know that it looked nasty, but it was really good. I just need to, I think I need to actually put the hole in the middle because I think that helps it cook all the way through, or I need to just make the ball smaller or the bagel pastry. But it was good. Like I just had a little bit of butter in it. If I can get it to like shape out normally, I'm gonna like cook a little bit of like egg whites and cottage cheese and like put them inside. Now 8:20, so I think I'm just gonna do my puzzle for the rest of the evening. Everyone, you're never gonna guess. Some of you, actually, most of you are probably confused. Some of you are horrified that we're returning to my era of running, but I fear it is 40 degrees outside. It's time to start Couch to 5K, everyone. When I did Couch to 5K last year, this channel was much smaller than it is now. So if you remember that, welcome. This is not gonna become a running channel, or is it? I'm excited because the first one is like you literally run for 30 seconds, but oh, it's Monday. Hi, I'm gonna run, then make dinner, and then I'm gonna have a writing night. A little nervous. Wish me luck. Maybe if I just keep talking to the camera, I won't have to actually go. Okay, goodbye. Cut the cameras. I'm having my co-host Salmon. Sponsored by Colleen Hoover. Okay, this is so off topic. This is literally off of any topic. But, you know, I was just scrolling on Instagram after doing my deep breathing exercises, and I saw this ad. It was an actual ad for like, oh, like the first reality TV show for writers, where you like go to Peru and write a book with, and like if you win, you get a book deal. And I was like, I have literally read like more than 5 thrillers with this exact premise, and let me tell you, it does not end well. It does not end well. Somebody is a murderer. Usually it's a ghost or the person running the retreat, obviously, or like a maid sometimes, but or the main character if we're really feeling spicy. But like, who is gonna go to Peru for 3 weeks? But I couldn't tell if it was real or not, because I was kind of like, maybe this is like an ad for a book where this happens. But I think it was real. So if I see the ad again, maybe I'll apply. Because I could use a $10,000 advance and a book deal. But I don't know if I really want to like die in a castle in Peru, you know? Anyway, the writing is going well. Hi, it's me, Alyssa. Welcome to my office. The construction is back. You should have known. You should have known that the video where the running came back would be the same video where the construction came back, because the construction men saw one glimpse of the sun and they said, we're gonna start working for the next 6 months. So I don't actually know if they're back, but that's what that giant thing is. Anyway, you may be thinking from that beautiful B-roll montage that I have edited like 70 pages. No, it was like 4. I have done this 4 times in this vlog where I've been like, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I just literally do not that. But yesterday I did actually end up writing some of my fantasy project. I didn't write any new words, but I ended up just editing through. I use a dictation software, so I don't have to like change a lot of words, but just like doing a little bit of line editing and just like, you know, fixing some things up because there's still always errors to go through. I'm at the midpoint, and this scene I just read is good. It's so funny because I feel like in the past I've always gotten to the midpoint and been so excited, because I really do love the midpoint of this book and like the drama and the tension, but I'm really hopeful that everything is coming together in the right way, because I'm starting to get to the point with this book where it's difficult to remember, like, have I already, like, what does the audience know about these two right now? Because I know the book so well and I've been working on this edit for so long. At this point, does she know that he was at this location? Like, there's this thing that happens at the beginning, and it's hard to keep track because I keep moving things around for like emotional impact, and I think it's helping. But then I'm like, at the beginning of this book, he does something and then she doesn't know that it's him, and then she meets him again, and I'm like, does she know? But I don't think she does. but she needs to find that out, and I'm thinking she's going to find that out in this sequence that I'm going to write. But I can't, I'm pretty sure at this point that she does not know. Sorry, that made absolutely no sense to any of you. But the midpoint generally, like, I like the scenes. I'll just be curious to see if it slaps as much as it usually does, because some things around Cal and Danny's, my main two characters, like, relationship have changed a little bit. This is so hard to explain. But at the midpoint, there's essentially there's this thing where they have this interaction that is, it's like super layered. He's talking to her but pretending to be this, it's just like all of these layers, and they're both for the first time having this conversation with honesty, like knowing, like seeing each other without the facade that they've had. This is the first time in the book that they're seeing, this is so confusing to explain, but it's a fake dating book, sort of. And so this is the first time that they like see each other for who they are. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but I mean, eventually in a book you're gonna get that with fake dating. Because of how I've changed things in their dynamic so far, I'm just curious to see how much I'm gonna end up changing, because there's something I for sure want to change or add. It's not even change, it's add. And I do generally remember feeling good about the midpoint. I'm just, for some reason, it's sort of the culmination of all, because I've been like not redoing, but like I've been line editing just the first half of this book for almost a month and a half now, and it's like all of this line editing I've been doing needs to emotionally accumulate into this interaction working, and I'm a little nervous about it, but I don't really have a ton of time. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back into routine, so I don't feel like I have very much to update you on, but I know I keep saying this, that I've been feeling better, but I really have now, and I feel like I'm really settling back into routine, and that is good. So excited to maybe pump up the gas, maybe work a little bit more, maybe do a little bit more every day. And if you guys have any different types of videos you want me to make, let me know. I'll vlog until the cows come home, truly I will, but if there's anything else you guys want to see, hopefully soon, in the next few months, I'll be moving into preparing to query this book. It's really getting to the point where I'm making little changes that make big impacts, I think. But I still, of course, have another paid beta reader to give this to, so that there might be another round of edits after that. I'm hoping that there's not. Well, there will be some sort of change, and in the meantime, I'll start writing query letter and synopsis and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions about that process, I have talked about querying quite a bit on this channel, but not very recently. Well, I talk about it here and there, but I haven't like gone through the brunt work of querying, which is like writing the letter, doing the synopsis, since about last year at this time, and there's quite a few more of you since then. So if you want me to talk about any of that stuff of like how to prepare for querying, don't know if I'm really the authority on anything, because again, we all know. So writing, let me know how your projects are doing, and drop me a book emoji down below, and I will see you so soon. Bye.